Hello, you beautiful earth babies. Okay, so it's our turn to get our weekly vibe in. So the first card that I pulled out was courage, right? For our spiritual journey, having the strength to continue building and cutting through the bullshit, because the overall ending energy is fulfillment, right? And the divine feminines had that this morning for daily vibe, right? So then I took out our earth oracles, and a book fell out, so we're going to go ahead and get started, and then we're going to clarify. So first out, we have release. And again, this is breathing in deeply and releasing all the stuff that no longer serves us, right? It's like the sun is just peeking through here, and this is the color of the trees that are outside now. Spirit's always told me, probably for the last 6 months now, that it was going to snow on Halloween. So we're going to find out if that holds true. Either before or after, but it's around Halloween that we're supposed to be getting snow, which makes sense to me because tomorrow they're talking about snow forests here, right? So again, this just lets us know that we are on track of where we need to be. Spirit has also got us in stillness, right? May not look like we're doing anything on the surface, but underneath we know the water flows always. It's a continuous flow. It's never the same twice, right? So this is why we're in stillness. We're looking to rebuild because we're releasing a lot of shadow work, right? Shadow side, so we can step into this beautiful sun for these new beginnings. And I think that's why our first card out here was courage and fulfillment of our journey, right? Because now we're coming up, we're breaching surface of our emotions, right? We've been sitting in our emotions for a little bit, and I understand. Don't even get me started, because I absolutely understand sitting in our emotions. It's really hard for earth babies, right? Because we're earth. We're meant to be nurturing, stable, logical, abundant within ourselves, right? Always turning out the flow of abundance, no matter what we're doing, right? And so that also includes us being in our emotions. Oh no. Then we have fairies, earth magic. Exactly. So again, this is seeing, right? Seeing the light that's being shown when we're sitting in stillness, right? We're asking these tough questions. What is our purpose? What are we doing? Why are we taking this journey? What in the beep? And Spirit is like, just follow the fae. Okay. So we're supposed to be in surrender, looking to nature, looking to earth, to be in surrender. Just understanding that what we put out, we get back threefold, right? Then Spirit says we need to be nurturing to ourselves. I love this card. It is so beautiful. There is so much crammed into this small card here, right? So we're supposed to be nurturing. That's part of our abundance, right? Equally giving and receiving energies, the downloads to the collectives to keep us going, right? Sitting in the ebb and flow of our emotions. Sometimes they're turbulent. Amen. And that's okay, right? We are breaking through the barriers of heart chakra, and it's very emotional when we do that. We, as earth children, have all been instilled this quality of life that we thought we should be, or how it's supposed to be, or who people told us to be. So we're breaking down those walls and going further into our journey, right? Understanding why there is karmic patterns, seeing the frequencies that come through as we're sitting in the stillness, the signs, the synchronicities. that are coming through, right? That frequency that we're sitting in, and that is allowing us to be nurturing to ourselves, right? Self-satisfaction, doing the things that make us feel good, being nurturing, going with the ebb and flow of our emotions, right? But also learning that we can keep ourselves grounded at any time. Because then we have the overall energy is love and compassion, right? And this again, see, there's that breaking down of the heart chakra, stepping into heart chakra and truly learning to love unconditionally, right? Equally giving and receiving of that heart chakra energy, because again, love is the only frequency in these collective energies that we are to build on. And that is truth. So Spirit has us in solitude, right? It's all the darknesses now. See, it's like we're finally starting to see the light and come out of this stillness that we've been sitting in. Understanding the heart chakra, what we want to build, how do we want to move forward in this journey? Because that's exactly what Spirit is doing, right? It's like, here's the hand, right? And here's the sun. It's like, it's that moment of beauty that you see, and just allowing, you've been through so much shit, right? But the lotus flower, when it unfolds, is so beautiful and has so much to offer with different views of who we are, right? And look how calm the water is, and beautiful blessings that are allowing the sun to just shine and reflect, right? Reflect. Because Spirit is saying it's what we see. It's our perspective in this journey of how we are looking at it, right? And again, to me, I see coming out of dark night of the soul, because that was a bitch. So we could take rebirth, right? Stepping into our journey again, here's being abundant, right? Understanding that, to me, this is the Empress energy. Understanding that what we put out, we get back threefold. And if we're putting out the good goods, right? Opening our heart chakra, if we're speaking truth in heart chakra, it's our truth. And that is what we need to speak, right? So it's coming out through music and strength. And again, that's why I think the first card here was courage, right, for your spiritual journey. It's learning to raise your vibes through music, right? Speak, being a storyteller, so people can understand what you see and how you see. Nobody is going to see the exact same way or the exact same thing in this journey, right? Because it's a personal journey. It's a spiritual journey of oneself, of thyself, right? So your job as a collective is to merge all these energies together and in a logical way to help people see and understand how we are actually moving through our journey, through the love, through spirit, right? Because then we have DNA, karma, right? We're learning to close out old karmic patterns that no longer serve us. We're going through the transformation. This is the DNA downloads that we are getting from our ancestors. And that's exactly why they had us in our emotions in stillness, right? So we could see. And then we also have shape-shifting clouds, right? Which, again, to me, this is transformation, right? You can look at a cloud and see an animal or whatever it is you want to see, but you can look back at it again and then it's in a completely different form. And that's what Spirit is trying to get us to understand, to see the beauty in nature, to see the signs, the messages, the synchronicities, right, from our ancestors, because this is a generational pattern, right? See, notice how in this one there's only one one snake, right, which is thyself, going through and getting the protection that you need to keep taking that knowledgeable journey to get where you need to be. So this is transformation of thyself. Then we have the DNA and the karma, and there is two, right? And again, this is masculine, feminine energies are in reconstruction of their DNA. These are physical changes that happen to our body. I know for myself, I have had a lot of back pain, a lot of heaviness in my chest. It's like my heart skips a beat every now and again. I've been getting headaches, my ears. It's like this high-pitched, angelic. It's the craziest thing I've ever heard. But it only happens to me when I'm melding energies in the collectives, or I'm like when I find a member of my soul tribe that belongs in my soul tribe. That's how I know that I'm connecting with their soul's energy. That's the easiest way for me to describe how I feel and see spirit and the energies that flow through me. I've had to learn that it's not always about anxiety. For me, it triggers anxiety, yes. But if I sit in my emotions and sit still and try to understand and hear, spirit sends me messages or signs or a song. And it's different for me over the last couple of days for sure. I'm not just seeing in black and white energy. If that makes sense, I'm actually seeing, it's like I have black and white energy, masculine and feminine energies over here, but there's all these frequencies that are in the middle of it, and they're all in color. And it's so vibrant and beautiful. And that's why I'm always just kind of staring outside, because if you're even looking at the trees, right? Trees give off aura. They're the oldest thing on the planet. Their roots go deep, right? And that's exactly why we have the generational karma, right? Your roots go deep. You're made with 1,000 lifetimes of generational love, right? How you came to be. So the spirit has had us in our cave and sanctuary, right? And if you look, he's like writing, right? It's the writings of your ancestors that we are in search and in knowledge about, right? Learning to understand why COVID, why we're all stuck, why we're all in this energy. Well, it's because we're going through something massive. Heart chakra energy, that's crazy. It makes us cry. It makes all kinds of hell happen. Yay. So I get it, right? I understand it. But again, like I was explaining this morning, for divine feminine energies, you know, we're in fulfillment. And look, we're seeking knowledge from the scrolls. And if we look, here's this little mouse right here, right? And he's handing off all these golden, abundant scrolls, right? This is us being in heart chakra energy. See, it's all green, and then around us is all this shining gold, right? It's the abundance. It's our crown and our third eye, right? It's seeing what spirit's trying to get us to do now, right? Because it's like, it's almost like there's a hole in the plan. And you're now going, right, now what? What do I do? How do I continue this journey? And so we're going to go ahead and pull some cards. Let's clarify with these. To see where our energy is going to be over this week. Because Spirit has had us in releasing, non-stop releasing, and I'm really quite tired of releasing shit, for real, for real. But I understand that it's all for my highest good. So I'm trying not to be bitter about it. Okay, so we got a little book again, so let's get started. All right, so we ended with us in the ebb and flow of our emotions, right? Just kind of taking it as it comes, 1434, amen. Which then we have right here, the Hermit. See, it's like Spirit has us in stillness. We can't move. In fact, I think we got this last week, so we're still in that pause and reflect energy, but we're shining the light on the cosmic connection. Oh, and see, and there's the DNA with the one snake and the two. Yep. That's when I get the high-pitched ringing in my ears, is when I'm melding energies, frequency with masculine, right? So this is, I mean, we're standing here, we're facing we're facing it. We're facing our fear through courage. That's what it is. Right, because then we have the Ten of Swords, right? Because we're in transformation and we got rid of all the things that no longer served us, right? All the sharpness, all the bullshit, and we just kind of sat in it and thought, okay, well, now I feel it. Now I've released it. I'm ready to go on journey. I understand I'm in transformation, but now we're getting out of choppy waters and we are moving to safer, calmer waters, right? Being protected in our energy so we can continue on, and all the butterflies here, right, through our transformation. Because again, we have been stuck. We have been in sanctuary. See, that transformation, these butterflies are all blue now and green, which means we've been learning how to get into heart chakra. That has been this week, is what our transformation is standing in truth, using our third eye, and releasing an open heart chakra. Ooh. Right. Here's the messages and the omens, right, that Spirit's been sending to us, right? These seeds have been planted, right? It's growing into that abundance. It's listening to Spirit again, because we took the time out. So now Spirit has given us the message to get out, right? Be focused on our spiritual journey. Being abundant, being stable, secure, right, in this energy. Right, because we're closing out karmic cycles. There is our DNA karma from our ancestors. This is generational, right? Cutting the karma and the ties that bind, and walking away from things that no longer serve you for your higher good, because you understand your value. You understand where you are, right? So there's our clarity, right? So these are new beginnings because you've now got clarity, because again, you took the time out to close karmic cycles. So now the next phase from your ancestors, your higher self, whatever it is, however you want to speak it. To me, it's my ancestors. It's my spiritual guides. They're the ones that talk in my ear. That's why I spit out what I say. So then there it is. There is our confirmation, right? And again, now we're looking at equally giving and receiving energies, right? It's like learning to be pampered, right? Because we're always doing. And for us, when we have still time, like Spirit made us be in stillness, I feel crazy. Yeah, because I feel like I don't know what to do with myself. So I do a lot of meditating and a lot of music, communicating back and forth with Spirit, trying to get the directions and the answers of all of the collective energy that's coming at me. So sometimes I have to learn to shield and protect my energy, because sometimes it's too much for me and it is overwhelming. And any kind of energy reader knows this, right? And so it's draining mentally, physically, and emotional. Draining for sure, because then we have the overall ending energy here is, again, see, and last week we had this again, the Chariot. This is that balance that I was talking about between masculine and feminine energies, right? See, one can't see and the other one can't speak. Oh, and you know what? I just did masculine, feminine energies, and they were both going through tower moments with this melding, and my ears started ringing again. So that was melding. See, that's why they're both on timeout. We're all on timeout. That makes sense to me. That's why we're all on that timeout and that stillness, because we're melding energies, learning how to equally give and be nurturing with the masculine energies. Because regardless, we're here for a divine purpose. There is a purpose to answering the call, right? And the call is you coming out in who you are. That rebirth, that's the rebirth, I feel, right? So when we come out, we're a little shy, a little naked, right? Because things have changed. Our gifts have changed. Our thoughts have changed. Things for us have changed. Spirit has now put us on a journey where we need to be in truth. And to be in truth, that means we have to be bare naked down to our soul, right? Feeling those emotions, 2049, amen. 9, 10, 11, 12, 3, and 1 is 4. 4, yep. And 2, partner, masculine, feminine. Yeah, because then we have, get out of here with this craziness. Because then we have the Empress and the Emperor energy side by side, right? And to me, with the Empress in this one, it's I feel it fiery, passionate, stable, more of a Queen of Wands, sassy energy in this one here. And then we have the Emperor energy, right? You know what? And in this one too, you know what I've just been noticing? In all my Emperor cards, right? He's holding, now he's got this golden abundant ball in his hand. Right. See, for me, I feel like emperors are seers as well. Yeah. So then we have 2211, amen. Emperor and Empress on this journey, right? We have a vibrational match. That's what this whole journey has been leading up to. Oh, yeah. See, and underneath that is the Hierophant, right? And the Hierophant is our energy. Now, in our energy, what is the Hierophant energy, right? It is somebody who teaches equally the collectives how to love, equally giving and receiving, right? Because it's a sacred journey. It's got to be a sacred journey. So this is coming in as masculine, feminine energies. For love. For a vibrational match. Yeah. Because then we have the Lovers straight underneath that. So this is masculine, feminine energies. Emperor and Empress coming into the Hierophant, right? Making a solid vow or protection or whatever it is, commitment to take spiritual journey, equally giving and receiving energies for the collectives, for love, right? Because everything's got to be done in heart chakra energy. Right. So it's like coming in to get your blessings from the universe to continue on this new, bright, fun-filled. And as I'm saying that, the sun is kind of peeking through the clouds again. It's kind of doing what it was doing yesterday, just peeking through the clouds every once in a while. Cool. So that's probably why we also had the clouds. Yeah. Yeah. So that is where we are for this week. Earth signs, we are having the courage to take on our spiritual journey, right, with the universe, because we want heart chakra fulfillment, right? We want love. We want to equally give it, and we want to equally receive it. And so there is our ancestors coming in, right? We're going through the changes. We're in stillness right now, looking to see where we are building next, what spirit wants us to know next, in order to keep moving and melding in this energy, because we have nowhere else to go. We have to face it. We have to face it and move on from it, right? Because then that's when we got the 10 closing out karmic cycles, the 10 of swords closing out the bullshit, and then we end it again with the emperor and the empress coming in for a sacred journey, equally giving and receiving for their purpose. Oh, and I just looked too. I just noticed there's a snake inside his book. One snake, two snakes. See, you have to take your personal transformation and then your stepping into soul's journey equally with masculine energies, being an equal, learning how to equally give and receive and love properly. That is the key to the journey. Makes sense. That's why we were following the writings in sanctuary, taking that time out to communicate with spirit and our higher self. So this week for us is really just learning how to shed the things that no longer serve us for our higher good, because that's exactly what spirit is pushing us to do. You know, quite frankly, I don't like being pushed around. But spirit is not playing with us anymore, right? We have to be able to get into alignment and start building these collectives, these strong foundations, so we can all get where we need to be on time, right? Showing each other how to give and receive and equally love in heart chakra. Learning how to meditate, see the signs, talking to spirit, seeing what the messages and the omens are that are coming through from your ancestors. So this week is going to be a charge-filled week for the earth signs. Lots of self-love, lots of healing thyself and getting out of stagnant energy that no longer serves you, because then it's only keeping you stagnant, right? And then you're not putting anything out to be able to receive anything. So that's the journey that the earth signs are on, is learning to take this as it comes through spirit, listening to your higher self, your intuition, your ancestors, your guides, right? Lemon water for detoxing, no heavy meats, greasy foods this week. We're doing a lot of astral traveling. I have bags under my eyes and they are so dark. I haven't gotten any good sleep over the last week for sure. Spirit gets me up and then I just write shit down and then I just kind of take it as it is, and then I kind of sit in it to try to understand the message and where they're trying to push me forward to, right? Lately it's been, I have to make a move and then spirit counteracts. So I think that's kind of what we're doing. If we keep ourselves stagnant, then spirit can't read our energy because we're not raising our vibrations to be able to connect, right? So it's all about connecting this week, connecting to your heart chakra, connecting to your emotions, and really just taking it full bore, right? No time like the present to get started on soul's journey. So much peace and so big love. I can't wait to see where we are in November. And let's get ready. Fly! So much peace and love. I miss you guys. I love you guys. I'll see you next week. Really soak in the emotions of what you want so we can keep moving forward. Okay? Love you guys. I'm out.